Okay, we're gonna look at a translate and a reflect example today. So number one, how is figure bird moving? If we look at bird here, this quadrilateral, we know this is the original shape. Okay, so that is the pre-image. And this is the new shape. So this is the image. I know that because it has this B prime. So that is a new position of B. All right, if we look at this shape and we look at this shape, it appears to be oriented the same, which that would make me think this is probably not a reflection, okay? And it hasn't been rotated. So let's check out to see if we can do a shift. If I take point B and I shift 1, 2 over, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 down. So if I go 2 to the right and I go 7 down, it appears that I have found my new point. Then you just need to check that for all of them. Would that work for D? If I went 2 over and I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 down, I would land at my new D value. So that looks like the entire shape has been shifted to the right 2 and down 7. So that means it's a translation. So it was translated. Remember, a translation is a shift, okay? And it has gone right, 2, and down 7. So a transformation rule, remember that says, explain what's happening to the x and y points. Every x value is adding 2 to go to the right, and every y value is being subtracted 7 to go down, okay? Now let's look at triangle cat, okay? So triangle cat, how is it moving? Well, I know it's congruent, okay? It's the same size and the same shape, but it is oriented different. If we look at how this triangle is, A is pointing to the top, and now A is pointing to the bottom, kind of like that. We notice that all of the letters still line up vertically, okay? But it has been flipped over. Okay, so if we look at this, C is 1 unit up, and now C is 1 unit down. Here, A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 units up, and now it's 4 units down. So it's the same distance away from the x-axis, but it has been flipped over. Notice I keep saying that word flipped. If you see a flip, that means that it is a reflection, okay? So it's a reflection over or across, some people say across, the x-axis, okay? Now this is where you have to be careful because it's jumping over x, but that means that x is not changing. X is in the same position. It's y instead of being like this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1. Now it's 4, -1. So y is changing its sign, okay? All right, so there's a translation example and a reflection example. Let's take a look here. Describe the effects of f of xy turning into x minus 2 and -y, right? So let's see, x minus 2, that would be a shift, oops, to the left 2, okay? So we know that it translates left 2, right? So that is a shift, right? Then we notice that it does this -y. Well, that's what just happened in this other example. Let's think about that. If y is the one doing the jumping, that means it's jumping over the x-axis. So this would be a reflect over or across the x-axis, okay? So it's moving to the left too, and then flipping across the x, okay? Now, one last thing here. Let's make sure that we realize the difference between a negative x and an x minus 1. In negative x, that means that you are multiplying by a negative 1. This is a reflection, okay? So like if you had 5, it would be turning into negative 5, okay? That is doing opposite, okay? Versus here, whenever you do x minus 1, now you're talking about a situation where you are just subtracting 1. So a 5 turns into a 4 because you're just subtracting 1. This is a translate, okay? So this would be a shift left 1, okay? So here we're talking about a shift, and here we're talking about a reflection. So make sure you see the difference there with those. All right, a little review there.